Alrighty, guys, and we're back. Now, I know I said I was going to do Obscura, but I did a quick another run-through of their Steam page, and I realized that maybe the fact that YouTube videos exist are not the best indicator of this game's streamability, especially when I realized that the game itself doesn't show up underneath the game categories on OBS. So I don't think the game is cleared for streaming. And the reason why it exists on YouTube is probably because they can do heavy editing. Because there is a lot in that game that it doesn't seem like it's necessarily censored in the sense. So a lot of like really heavy themes and topics, and I'm not looking to get banned today. So unfortunately I did have to knock that one out. And instead, we are now here with Salvus Aries, which is an absolutely gorgeous visual novel that I've seen by Rosemilk Studios. Which they seem sweet enough. They respond to my responses to their Twitter posts. They're always really kind. They seem cool. Women-led studio. And the art is just absolutely beautiful. So go ahead and read the synopsis. It is referred to as a mature slice of death and adventure fantasy otome visual novel that begins at the bad ending. So about this game, a story that begins with the heroine meeting her bad end at the chopping block. Can only go uphill from here, right? Waking up after a long stay in purgatory that she remembers nothing about, she learns that the rest of her sentence is to serve as a reaper until the powers above have decided she's paid back her sins. Although her journey after death as a reaper... through her journey after death as a reaper. I've been talking for so long that words are so foreign to me now. She'll seek out the empty gaps in her memory and reconcile her past to their present. Everyone has something to hide, and unfortunately for them, she's just the type to seek out answers. The biggest challenge for the crew will be to save her from herself. Or she might just get a one-way ticket to hell, at best. The full game is set to have 450,000 plus words. And yeah. It is rated as mature for non-explicit sexual content, heavy implications, and innuendos. So no different from everything else that we've streamed. And, you know, it's going to be just a little bit spicy. And I'm seeing the trailer, and there are voice actors listed. Oh my god, please! So, let's get on into this. Character name! Lily. Lilt. Lily. Also, I do have popcorn here, so if you hear me munching on popcorn, no, now you know. I'm snacky. It was the day of my execution. The footsteps down the hallway came closer towards my cell. And again, the art is gorgeous. I've seen the character designs, and it's impeccable. Incredible. All of these games have had just absolutely incredible artwork done. So I gotta give a special shout out to, like, all of the artists for all of these visual novels. You guys have done incredible. The footsteps down the hall came closer towards my cell. I'd already been given my final meal, so this could only mean one thing. Oh my god. That time has come already. Already got a curl in my throat. Ugh. Oh my god. Public executions were rare. Though the gruesome affairs had once entertained the masses in the past, no longer were they welcome. Or so I thought. Perhaps I was a special exception. Since I was a woman who was particularly loathsome, especially despicable. At least that's what I've led everyone to believe, unintentionally or otherwise. I've been the target of much hatred even before I laid claim to the ruthless deeds that left this town torn apart. To be fair, they saw me as the culprit, and all of this was deserved. I can't say my hands were entirely clean either. Even if I did not turn myself in, though, the result mayhaps would have been the same. At least this way I could. Miss Lily? The guard greeted me grimly. One of the few people that still treated me respectfully. One friend here. I thought he would pretend to not know me. He was the last one to ask what I wished for my last meal. We'd often bantered with each other in town, but this town was before.
It's the perfect day for a beheading, don't you think?
Voice acting, thank you! Miss. I hope the trash they would throw at me wouldn't smell too bad.
Miss Ina, it's time to go.
Yes. With a name that is not my own. That's fine. Not like you can expect them to read every name. His countenance was supposed to be smooth, but pity and resignation were etched in the way his eyebrows furrowed and mouth sagged. He was young. Only 17. Why did they give such a task to someone so young? Disgust, hatred, happiness. For those who did not like me, their eyebrows did not crease, as if expecting this very outcome. The few who did not despise me hated the path I walked on. And those who did were full of glee. Ones that were still alive, anyway. I've seen those eyes countless times in the past year, as they warned me to keep my head down and keep quiet. Countless warnings I did not heed. Just look straight ahead, miss.
You're a little too young for this, aren't you?
You're not much older.
What do you mean? I got a whole 4 years on you. I'm an adult.
Well, I tried to lighten the mood, despite the very morbid end that was awaiting me. Crowd's whispers turned into jeers. Filthy bitch!
You brought nothing but doom to this town!
I was pelted by what smelled like rotten food. Despite the urge to heave, I maintained my countenance to remain the calmest it could ever be. I wanted to keep my dignity in the end, whatever was left of it. There wasn't much food to throw since we had cut the supply routes.
Ouch!
They threw rocks instead.
Hey, one scratch gets on us and you'll be in the jail next.
Next, huh? I smiled. See him wince.
Sorry.
He whispered to me in a hush.
It's all right. You're not wrong.
You're really defending a traitor like her?
Next to her, you idiot.
Poor buddy. This was necessary, I told myself. It was what I signed up for. It was for the sake of the nation. It would eventually pay off, but I would not be around to witness it. No matter how calm I tried to be, though, I could not control the lurching in my stomach. I knew this would come. I was terrified to the core. Death was coming, yet I still could not fathom that I would be gone in just a short while. But more than that, I longed for what I would be leaving behind. My family, my favorite bread, fresh from the bakery, crispy and fluffy, like I never tasted again. After everything, why is thinking about bread bringing me to tears? My last moments on Earth, and my mouth is watering. I asked for one last loaf for my final meal. Flavor was not what it had always been. Trying to remember the taste I once cherished. But better than the bread was the people that I shared it with. Ah. So that's why my heart hurt so. The guard brought me to a sharp halt. Thought my execution would be done in the middle of town. Despite the burnt, indistinct rubble, I knew exactly where I was. A rural estate that was the source of all troubles. Of course, they met their demise. He made sure of it. It was why I was here. His sins were greater than my own. But if he was the one that forged the path, I was the one who had paved it. I laughed as I looked up at the burning sky. Someone thought this was the perfect place for me to die. Could my grave be here as well? Would they even bother burying my body at all? I'm sorry. His voice was barely a whisper. I shook my head. There's nothing he could have done.
Thank you.
For being with me at the end. At least my death wouldn't be a lonely one. Someone covered my head with a sack. Final mercy. Didn't have to look at the blade that would take my life. Hope Felix can have some bread tonight. I pray that it is warm. Hope we will carry on our work, see our dream through.
Please don't miss me too much. And forgive me for doing this.
That's tragic. The blade swung. With that, still I was trying to study a painting through a net. What a shame, someone so young and bright. Or pity. Why did everyone pity me? I knew what I was getting into. My head hurt. I guess we're walking. I stepped forward. I still had a body. If I still had a body, I could not see it. I could only trust my footfalls would take me to a destination. From the door. The light grew brighter.
Is there no way to reconsider?
You forget that this is more in your power than mine. I've done what I could.
Okay.
I will not back down.
Arguing. Lots of arguing. I think it was about me. Wish someone would tell me what was going on. Keep walking. Like someone is flipping pages of a book. My own life was but a chapter, like ink on a page long disintegrated. Faces along the way, like new characters. A hand reached out to me. Are you sure you wish to do this? There'll be a price to pay. I cannot help you. What did I agree to? This is just a memory, wasn't it? Still, barely remember anything. My heart hurts. It hurts.
It hurts! It hurts!
Oh my god! Voice actor's making bank here.
Make it stop, please!
I begged to any entity that would listen to me. My heart, no entire being throbbed in pain, for it felt like an eternity. Then as sudden as it started, it was over. I was at peace. The loneliness never left me. It was distant. The searing pain that tore my heart felt like a separate entity, as if it floated next to me. It was a dull ache that didn't consume me, didn't leave me either. Is this what happened after death? Where am I going? Become a Reaper, I suppose.
I'm sleepy.
Time was an endless stretch. All the voices that swirled in my head soon faded away. Sometimes the same memories visited me again and again. Each time they grew more distant. And finally, fell into a dreamless state. I think I slept for a very long time. Wake up! There's some people waiting for you. Come on, follow me.
Who are you?
Come on, Sleeping Beauty. You can ask questions later. My eyes were still entirely bleary. I regained enough control of my limbs to reach out to her. She took my hand. The warmth of her touch grounded me enough to walk forward and through another door. Chapter 1. So cute. It might seem weird eating popcorn with chopsticks, but at least I'm not getting cheese all over my hands. This time, I could feel everything. My feet were firmly planted on the ground. When I stretched out my hands, I could see them. Every finger. I touched my neck to find it was still attached. Ah. A young woman guided me through a long hallway. She bade me to sit down. A few moments later, she handed me a drink. I believe this is coffee? I mostly drank tea in my life, though. It is sweeter than I remember it. Quite chilly, too. How long has it been since something has passed my lips? Just a few days ago. It feels like it's been a lifetime. Actually, no. Several lifetimes. My head was pounding, so I focused on the drink to steady myself. Where am I, anyway? I heard loud footsteps and a raucous group approaching me. Sounds of bickering and a few exasperated sighs reached my ears. I've been in crowds aplenty. This one felt overbearing. More so than the last one I faced. And they pelted things at me. I haven't heard such noise in a century. Hello there! See, that's another thing. The love interests are so incredibly detailed and absolutely gorgeous! Oh my god, he's so pretty. The long hair, the red eye patch. Hello, who are you? And where am I? What's happening?
Consider us your welcoming committee.
And then we go to Demon Health. Hi. Welcoming committee? For what?
Congratulations, you're dead. Welcome to the afterlife.
Thanks, buddy. Let me turn the music down. Keep the music right here, turn the voices up. Oh, that was not very welcoming at all.
I'm dead?
Dude, same, girl. Why was that surprising? My head got chopped off. All my memories after that were particularly fuzzy, but I recalled that much. Suppose these things take time to get used to. Should be grateful that I was on my own 2 feet again. Wait, I knew that. I love that. Main character momentarily forgets they're dead. Immediately remembers. Oh, wait. Why are you so surprised then? Well, I suppose I didn't know what to expect afterwards. Death is a shocking thing, you know. You've had quite a while to get used to the whole idea. I have? How does one get used to being dead in a few days? It could have been longer. This is a pain. Peered around them, hoping to see a door to heaven. Hopefully it was heaven. I know I did some bad things, but, they wouldn't put me in hell, right? So, where are we going? The men all looked at each other. Pretty boy. And he's got butterflies. I'm a sucker for butterfly motifs. Which one of you will do the honors? Not me. Gentleman. I'm not good with these things. They're all gorgeous. I am not qualified to. It's gonna be the rude guy. Are you not the boss, Kame? Kame pretended not to hear this. And we got names. And I spilt cheese all over myself still. Damn it. Oi. How about we draw straws? It's such a hassle to tell me where to go, then I'll find someone else to tell me. Where's the nice woman who gave me the coffee? Lilia? The bespectacled man named Kame snorted. She's the last person you want to ask. You get a summary that tells you nothing you needed to know, and get yourself into trouble. Well, even more trouble. Oh no, they're sending me to hell, aren't they? I gulped.
Oh, I'm in trouble? I have to go down there?
The last part came out in a whisper, despite my attempts to keep my voice steady. Looked at the floor, expecting it to swallow me whole. Luckily for you, you escaped that fate. Oh, thank goodness. But there is a price, and a punishment. His grin did not match his ominous tone. Oh. He doesn't seem very nice. Aries, you are frightening her. I believe we should begin with introductions. Look at you. You're doing a better job than our leader. I'm not your leader, Zayfan. You're the highest rank. I feel more like a father trying to rein in his troublesome brats. Thanks, Pops. Never knew what it's like to have a dad. Anyways.
I am Kame Aster. It is a pleasure to finally meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too. Also, do me a favor real quick and say Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. I'm just curious. Finally. He held his hand out for me to shake. This is the proper human formality, correct? Human? He has horns. You think he knows what humans do? Well, I usually curtsy. I quickly took it and mimicked his gesture. It felt quite awkward as it was a gesture I witnessed mostly among knights. He's from an earlier time period, remember? Ah, yes. What?
Name's Zafan. Up top.
Aww. Got a very lively voice. He raised a hand and I waved back at him. He meant to high five. Don't mess with her already. You just said... Sorry. You interrupted and gave me a smooth wink. I was trying to give you a high five. Didn't mean to confuse you. He ruffled my hair and stood back to pass the baton to the next man.
I am Valafar.
Valafar, okay. He bowed politely and returned the gesture of the curtsy.
Aureus.
Oh, I like his voice. He made no such movements and only nodded at me. Ouch, cold reception. You feeling shy? Hush. Nice to meet you too.
I am Sair, an angel.
Of course you are, you gorgeous man! As if to prove it, he floated into the air for a few moments. What a show-off. Wow, a real angel. Don't tell me you're believing him so easily. I ignored him. Do you have wings and feathers? He hesitated for a moment before answering. Only on special occasions. I can get in the way. Wow, I want to see. Perhaps some other time. Reapers are cooler, and we have powers too. His tone felt rather petulant. Huh? Wait a minute. The human comment from before stuck out. Are you all Reapers? Is it so shocking? You just believe that man is an angel. Sayir smiled at me serenely. I mean, I'd believe it. Yes, well, I mean... I don't have a good answer, so I decided to ignore those statements altogether.
So, if you're Reapers, are you the ones that brought me to the other side?
Correct. Although you may have been on the other side for quite a while now. Do you not remember? I don't. Was it Lilia who got me? I just came through this door. She got you from Purgatory, but she doesn't do any reaping herself. You can say she's a bit of a complicated case. Oh? A story for another time. Come on, you two, stay on topic. Do you not remember your stay in Purgatory? I was in Purgatory? I did not recall this. Or wait, did I? All those voices, people I saw on my way here. I thought I was hallucinating. Have you recalled? Dude looks so shocked over on the right. He's like, oh my god, are you okay? I'm afraid it's mostly a blur. I remember some voices, seeing some people pass by. I remember sitting on a bench under a tree. Long paths. I think I talk to people sometimes.
Nothing more specific?
No, I'm sorry. For some reason, he seemed agitated. I felt bad about having to disappoint him. What's gotten into you, Sayir? Is he the one that actually pulled me from death? Like, delivered me to purgatory? You're usually the picture of serenity. How about we move to the lounge? He indicated with a jerk of his head at the curious onlookers. Currently, only overtime workers are at the office, so we have this place to ourselves. A strange area. I walked up to this giant box holding little round objects. It's giving me flashback to that time I was reincarnated as a vending machine. What is this? A vending machine. That's where your coffee came from. You put your phone against the black part, and you select these buttons, and it'll give you your drink. It's a phone. He demonstrated by getting himself a coffee, just like mine. You see? Why does it look like your eyes are going to fall out of your head? I don't know, maybe because I'm from not this time? Sorcery. It boggled my mind. How could a box know what you wanted? How could it return an object? Perhaps you can think on it another time. Yeah, you were talking about your time in Purg. What do you remember? Oh, the last thing I really remember was getting my head chopped off. Aries winced. I remember it really hurt at the time. It feels like that was so long ago. How long have I been dead for? Well, we must check the records. I'd say 300 Oh, boy. That long? The guys flinched at the sudden increase in volume. Sorry. No wonder it feels like many lifetimes away. I really feel like I've aged. Despite your loss in memory? I nodded. Yes, and only bits and pieces, but I feel like something weighing down my heart. Maybe over time I can remember why I feel this way.
It is peculiar that you remember your human life, yet not your time in the afterlife.
Is it really?
Usually it is in reverse.
You're just a weird one. Thanks. Now. That simply livens things up all the more. I suppose it is up to me to explain why you're here, what you must do, and where you shall go. You have served most of your sentence in purgatory. However, you are to work indefinitely as a reaper until some conditions are satisfied. What are those conditions? I cannot say. Lovely. Aw, why not? Curiosity killed the cat. And satisfaction brought it back. Aries rolled his eyes and turned away. I've never seen somebody actually hit him with the comeback of satisfaction brought it back. I love that. I laughed to myself. It was banter that I often used to have with my best friend. Of course, Aries did not seem to be as willing a partner. Wait. My best friend, Felix. 300 years had passed, and that meant he was gone too now. No matter what he did, he was my closest friend. He was my other half. But there were more pressing matters at hand, so I would have to wallow in my sorrow later. I cannot tell you the conditions because I do not know. You're to serve your sentence until the powers above have decided otherwise.
I thought you guys are the powers above.
Trap! Oh my god. We're the powers below. Except Sayir, who is technically from above, but he doesn't have much weight either.
'Tis true. The powers above are much higher than I am.
So he is an angel. So if we're below, this is hell? No, you were spared from that, remember? Keep up. Well, you're confusing me, okay?
And hell doesn't have coffee.
I can do without coffee. Valifer nodded sagely. What exactly is my sentence for? Have I been that bad? The men all exchanged myriad expressions with each other. Yes, I took the fall for an evil man and helped him along the way. I could not deny that. Although he was doing some bad things, I did not find him evil in the slightest. This did not seem like the time to contest that. And the results were catastrophic? Almost world-ending? A calamity beyond all disasters? Yes, thank you. I get the message. Hold on. I thought things would get better if I... Oh, no. No. Miss, frankly speaking, everything went to shit. You sacrificed yourself for the crimes of that man. In turn, he ravaged the world. What? Wait, was the man that they're talking about Felix? That was the last thing I could have ever expected to hear. Angered by your death, he decided to wage war across the country, as well as the neighboring lands. What? What did you expect? He was a wrathful man. You witnessed that before your death as well, correct? It was justified. We wanted to change the country. Well, you changed it all right.
I meant for the better, not for the worse. What happened?
You enabled a terrible man. Even before your misguided martyrdom, you encouraged him in his sins. Oh, right, I understand. This is because I was his partner, right? The powers above decide that enablement of a sinner is also a sin. Especially in this case of your final act. Hundreds and thousands of lives were forfeit. Yours truly had to be involved too. Simon pointed at himself with a grim expression. Wait, y'all? We can come back to that later. Oh, I'm the reason you're dead too? Valifer cut him off before he could begin his tale. Deflated, Safam again pouted but did not protest. Because of what he did? No, that's not entirely true. Oh? You're right, I did enable him. Instead of telling him to rein himself in, I encouraged him. But I thought he knew best. I never disagreed with him. Just hated him in the pursuit of his... No, our goals. I thought if I limited myself to a certain extent, my hands wouldn't be dirty, but... If he was the one to administer the poison, then I was the one that brewed it.
And if I could give my life for him to continue on his path, our path, then it would all be okay.
I had gladly done so, in the end. I rubbed my neck where the axe had fallen. I should have seen it all coming. If it makes you feel better, you weren't the only one punished. There are others who suffered greatly. Doesn't make me feel better at all. That just makes it worse. I'm not some cruel person. Or I hope I'm not. At least you aren't to go to hell, as long as you fulfill your work. And what if I don't want to?
Hell is not a fun place. Do you want a taste of it?
Nah, I think I'm good. That's where that bastard went. Your disgusting friend. His eyes narrowed, and for a moment I could see the flames of hell in his pupils. So, like, are these two demons? And we got, like, Reapers and an angel? No, that's okay. So Felix ended up there. All we did was for nothing. His choices after my passing were ultimately his own, but... was it my fault? I was the catalyst, wasn't I? Maybe I should go down there after all. If you could read my thoughts, Haim gently put a hand on my shoulder. Aureus. He rebuked the sharp man, while giving my shoulder a comforting squeeze. He didn't apologize, making Haim sigh, They didn't press the matter. Just know that your sentencing is beyond our power. Apologies if you feel wronged. This is how it is in the afterlife. I wish there was a way I could appeal it. I mean, I've already been in purgatory, right? Correct. Although you didn't have too much to purge, so you've been sleeping for most of your duration there. Well, that's gonna be why I don't remember anything. What do you mean? Well, thanks to you and your friend turned tyrant king, and there was a lot on everyone's agendas. So you slipped our radar. What's a radar? Think of it as something that escaped everyone's notice for now. And they really left you sleeping too long. So, I was forgotten. Our apologies. There's an awkward moment of silence. I definitely could tell that there were things they weren't telling me. But in truth, I needed time to process all this. I nodded along as though I understood all that they told me, but I felt that I had yet to sink in. You should get some rest. It was as if he had read my mind. Ah, yes. Well, you had quite the slumber. I believe you do need some time to think. We set up a cool room just for you. You knew I'd be coming? We are your welcoming committee, after all. Of course we had to do some preparation. And Lilia helped. She said our taste sucks. Oh, well, I'll be sure to thank her. They said she's lazy and troublesome. The girl's been nice to me so far. Although this coffee is cold, the warmth it gave my heart was something I felt nostalgic for. I held on to it tightly as we exited the office and made for the place that would be my new home. Ooh, we're in a car! I was terrified out of my mind. We were inside a strange contraption. Think of it as a mini carriage, he said, yet there were no horses and it moved of its own accord. Sorcery. To make it worse, it moved too quickly. Would you like to hold my hand? Thayer sat to my right, and Zafam to my right, to my left. I was sandwiched between them, squished like a child hiding inside a cupboard. Looks like she'll destroy Kame's seats otherwise. Oh, dude does not look happy. Aries was seated in the front, staring out the window. Kame, who was driving this bizarre vehicle, puffed a languished sigh as he spun the wheel.
I would prefer that not happen, if you don't mind.
Sorry. Or else I may switch cars with one of the others. Certainly you wouldn't dare take mine. You should have gone with Valafar then, or brought your own. Huh. I hadn't realized I had a death grip on the leather seats. My nails had been digging in, and my knuckles had gone white. I held the angel's hand, and while I was still fighting in fear for my life, non-life, I was positively delighted.
You can hold my hand too.
I took him up on that offer. My strength was divided between holding each hand. Please do not be so anxious. You are a Reaper now. Can't die again that easily. Doesn't mean she can be reckless. Interesting. Well, yeah, she doesn't have to be a nervous wreck either. Try looking out the window. I'm sure this will all be new to you. Oh shit, why the fuck am I following this asshole? I can block him. Oh my god. This place is called Stasis. It's got a lot to do thanks to everything we borrow from the human world. I braved a glance outside. It was bizarre. Gone were the structures that I'd grown up with, or the rubble it had become. Instead, we're living buildings, bright lights. Cool, isn't it? The purgatory humans helped us design this place. Angels come down here to frolic, so a lot of time is always put into construction. Up where we come from, there is little in entertainment. I love how they have like little sides dangling from the rearview mirror too, right here. It's cute. Though, they make the best alcohol. I had so many questions. The purgatory humans? Purgatory is a place for humans to purge their sins before they go into heaven. So, am I going to heaven?
You are a special case.
Ah.
You stirred up so much trouble they didn't know what to do with you.
Thanks. That's why they left you in there for so long. Anyways. Just wandering around in Purg. The ones with skills can just serve their sentences here. Now and then you get humans that work here before going to heaven. Or even come down from heaven now and then. So I didn't have any skills? That's not the case. Rather, you were assessed to be a danger. What? Who am I dangerous to? I'm so naive. Yourself. And millions of people. Point taken. I'm not that reckless. Clearly you are. Aries scoffed. I'm here now, aren't I? Under strict supervision. Our heads are on the line. Really? So don't toe out of line. But she has matured from her stay in purgatory. You may have forgotten your memories. Do you truly feel like the same person? My soul felt heavier. Things are still foggy, and I barely had time to think here. I think I may have changed. Need to figure out how. Hopefully it's for the better. Oi, ease up, will ya? Never seen you be this much of a dick. Damn. Don't listen to him. He was in charge of making sure you get here safe and sound. Bullshit! You all just wouldn't stop talking about her. How come you all know me? I appreciate the help, but is there a reason you're looking out for me? Let's just say, series of events led us to being responsible to you. Siri, go away!
So if you mess up, we all die.
Lovely!
Zafan, please. It would be a worthy death.
Huh? No, I don't want anyone dying for me. Besides, aren't we already dead? Yet you died for another so easily. Anyway, while humans and things that normally hurt humans can't really harm us, other powers can. Keep that in mind. Alright. At last, we were free from that nightmarish ride. I was sitting in my brand new room. Although the structures I've seen so far have been unfamiliar, this was close to my old quarters and Felix's home. Is this on purpose? They told me to stay out of the kitchen for now and to just ask them if I needed any help. Since there would be machinery I did not yet know to operate. I was given this watch thing to contact them. How could that possibly work? It's like an Apple Watch. Sorcery. Just as I started tapping on the surface, something appeared on the screen, and the watch began to make noise. After several moments of deliberation, I tapped it. Hey, how are you settling in? Oh no. I threw the infernal device in a shadow to replace the sound of his voice. I shouldn't have done that, I think. Sorcery. The next day. Here, I'll teach you how to use it. While the device is sturdy, the screen itself needs some repairs. The men were shocked at my strength. The Lilia praised me until Kame chewed her out. No, justice for Lilia! And so, Zavan was here with a case of tools. Probably should have taught you in the first place. I mean, less work on our hands. Yesterday. After I tossed the infernal device away from me as far as I could, I knocked against the wall and fell to the floor with a spectacular shatter.
Foul creation!
I climbed up onto the counter and looked for some sort of weapon. Luckily, I found a broom to brandish as a cursed item. Not that I knew anything about exorcism. Perhaps I should have joined a convent after all. Before I had any more time to regret my course in life, hurried footsteps echoed outside of my door. Are you okay? Zavan was huffing after opening the door, and the group of guys piled in. Beside him was Valafar, who was sleepily rubbing his eyes. Aries was in tow, and Sayer peered inside curiously. While Kane wasn't very visible, you could still see him rubbing his temple. You could have knocked. We thought something had happened. The angel furrowed his beautiful face as he came up to me, still crouched on the counter. Are you hurt? Put a hand on my head. His eyes did a once-over of me. What happened? A voice started coming out of my watch, and I thought it was possessed. It was terrifying. Thanks. That was my voice. Eh?
Is my voice that scary?
It is when it's coming from a watch. He whispered to Arias, who nodded, much to Zafan's dismay. We should have explained how it worked to you. You must have been frightened. I tried to slide off my seat, but Valafar stopped me. We should check for any broken glass. Although you are a Reaper now, injuries will still hurt since you are new to this life. It'll take time for your powers and resistance to develop.
Paper cuts will never stop stinging, no matter how many years pass.
Philosophical. Spoke bitterly and glanced at the floor, as though there was a sheet of paper lurking, threatening to slice him. Oh my god, is this dude afraid of paper? How unfortunate. While Valafar picked up the watch, Zapan and Aurea studied the floor for any debris. They confiscated my broom, and then began to lecture. I did not think your first reaction would be to throw the item. I said I was sorry. I told you I thought that the watch was possessed. You have to remember there's no technology from her time. He gave Arias a pointed look. However, the next time you come across a suspicious item, it may not be wise to toss it. There could be an enchantment designed to hurt you. Really? Like what? I thought I'd be safe as a Reaper at least. You'd be mistaken. Remember, there are other powers out there that can harm you? I nodded. There are rogue Reapers out there, bad spirits from the human world, and actual demons that so far have escaped our grasp. The longer one lives, the more powerful they grow. There are many out there who can hurt you. But how come they go rogue? Pursuit of power, or a different life. I could see why. We all stared at him. Not that I have any plans to go rogue. Jeez. You should watch your words, especially where we are. Are there any bad angels? Sayir shook his head.
Angels cannot have ill intent, so it is not possible for them to stray.
Is it though? I'd say they thought the same thing in Black Butler, and we all saw how well that turned out. Plus, you know, fallen angels are a thing. That's how we got demons in the first place. Furthermore, all actions angels do are recorded automatically and sent to a record keeper. How can they not have any ill intent? It's just how it is. Reapers are built a certain way. Angels are built a certain way. Reapers are unattached. And our end goals are to become humans, be promoted to higher work, and possibly become angels. Although I've rarely heard it actually happen. Because of this, it is rare to see Reapers in relationships, or even have more than a couple of friends at most. A group like ours is an anomaly. They, of course, can have casual relationships if they so choose, but must find no need to tie themselves down to this life. Angels get to deal with the nice parts of life. All we see is death. So you can imagine why they want a promotion. Or to settle down as a human, once they fulfill certain conditions. Of course, that is not appealing to everyone. You do have those that have come into this life after once being human, whether it be by choice. An exceptional event, I assure you. Or those that must work off their karmic debt. It's a lot to take in. Sayir pet me fondly on the head. He knows me somehow. His reactions early and the way he treats me is so familiar. Somehow he knows me. Maybe he's the guard. Aries bristled. You're quite friendly to her. Why? Yeah, you're not that nice to us, or at all. Could it be? I didn't think he had it in him. Oh my god, poor Kame is just hidden by Zayfan. Sayir, give him a look. He certainly can be heartless for an angel. Even you, Valafar. Stop teasing him. I'm sure it's because I'm new. I defended him more for my sake than his, if I were to be honest. Alright. We'll back off. For now. We need to get to business as it is. Let me teach you the basics of using this. Try not to throw it again. Sorry, I thought a demon was in there. You're afraid of demons? Well, who isn't? Ryan pointed at himself and then to Kame. They are both demons, I knew it! Do you not notice that we have demon-like qualities? Are you demons? I thought you were reapers. It's the ears. Not mutually exclusive concepts. There are good demons and bad ones. Take some perceptions of the Grim Reaper across different places. Those that can perceive the supernatural have some foundation for our appearances. Of course, we don't know if they can truly see us, or we just look like those scary pictures they conjure of us. I see. They've always been terrifying in the paintings I've seen. Carry things aside, let's get to work. After many hours of patience from Zayfan, with Valafar and even Lily occasionally dropping by to help, I think I finally understood this device. Well, it is a watch. They say it is like a smartphone that's capable of doing many other things I need for my Reaper work. I still cannot say that I have grasped everything, but I believed I could work this. Alright, test time! Never mind. Wait, I don't think I'm ready. Go ahead and send a text to someone. No, I'm gonna lean into Sayir. I'm curious. Hello? Lily, how wonderful it is to receive a message from you. Oh, he's so cute. My, you are learning quite quick. You really think so? Yes, I am quite proud. Oh, he's proud of me. Send a happy emoji. They're doubling up here. We learned to text and how to use emojis. Great. Now call someone. What? You're moving too fast.
Why, hello there. I hope your first day on the job has been fun.
Well, I think I'm learning a lot.
If anything frightens you again, you can be sure to count on me.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll try not to keep throwing things.
That's the spirit. But if you ever do feel the urge, I can arrange for you some throwing materials.
Aww. Throwing materials? Should I be concerned?
Be rest assured you shall not be harmed.
I'm not sure if that's the problem. I'm gonna be a Reaper with throwing knives instead of a scythe.
But if you'd like something a little less exhilarating, I can think of plenty of ways for us to spend time together.
Yes, please! I'd like that a lot, Sayir. Look at you! Passive flying colors. He ruffled my hair with a proud look in his eyes. Thanks, teacher. Of course, my star pupil. Alrighty. Clapped his hands together. How about we go get some lunch? And Val can give you a tour of the place. Since you'll be working with us closely, let's get to know each of us better. If you want to, of course. I do. Glad you're taking this all well so far. Looking forward to working with you, Miss Lily. Just Lily. Just Lily. He shook my hand with a playful show of pomp and circumstance. Will everyone like me? Of course they will. I already do. Did not think you were the type to be a flirt, Zayfan. Zayfan yelped, completely taken unaware by a voice from behind. Perfect timing, Valafar. Where did you come from? The job this morning was a quick one. Come, let us start. Over there you have the training hall. Ooh, what's in there? A lot of training dummies. Typically, the goal is to take out as many of them as possible in a short amount of time. Or you have a target, and you have to take them out as quickly as possible without accidentally killing one of the innocents. Does our line of work involve a lot of combat? Depends. There's always the chance to encounter unfriendly spirits. I remember hearing of those before, but didn't think it would be something I'd actually deal with.
I have to fight ghosts?
Damn, you're a Reaper! You got this, you're a badass now. Yes. I looked at him in horror. You jest! Surely! Madam, I assure you, I do not. While his face was relatively smooth, I definitely see him biting back a smile. Was my dilemma a source of amusement to him? How cruel. This is why you must learn to protect yourself from them. I know some combat. My best friend had taught me since we were younger.
Didn't do such a good job, did he? You're here dead, aren't you?
Why did you be a dick? That was my own decision. Well, because you didn't know how to fight enough to run away, right? Arias, enough. You talk a lot for someone in second place. Ouch. Second place in what? You see, we keep a tally of the scores in the training hall. I am not in second place. I am merely tied with Kame. Indeed. And since you are tied for first, neither of you are the winner. Does that not naturally make you second place? You know what? For that comment alone, I agree with Valafar. Oh, then let's see what you got. Still beat you, Valafar, haven't I? So you have. So you have. How you doing, hun? If they're so proficient, how about you show Miss Lily here the ropes later? Please, just call me Lily. Very well, then. Me? Isn't the tour your job? Are you trying to shirk your duties off to me? For shame. I'm not you, Arias. I'm the tour guide. You can handle her training. There's someone who made sure her arrival would be perfect. You sure enjoy pretending otherwise. Uh-huh. I see you. Tsundere. Arias glared with such intensity that even I had to look away. You did? I'm eating my emotions horribly. I feel you, hon. I'm always here if you need it. This is gonna be my last game for streaming, so if you need to hang out or talk or something, I'm available. And I have my wings! Yay! But damn, now I want ice cream. I don't have any ice cream. Someone should order me ice cream. None of your business. He briskly walked away. Arias! Fine, later! And then he went out of sight. Very well. But as to what I was saying before, you will meet ill spirits, yes, but it should not be too often. You're not to harm humans. If you are on an assignment as a fixer, the occasion may arise. There are also the rogue reapers, or rogues for short. You may need to protect yourself against them. As long as you're okay with info dumping / lots of crime, that is perfectly fine, Bean. Don't even worry about it. Whatever you need, I'm here. Or conduct arrests if required. Wow, I have a lot of responsibilities, don't I? And you shall carry them out wonderfully. I forgot to explain about the office. Post-reaping reports are filed here. Reports? Do I have to write them too? No, we have separate staff to review the actual reapings. Reapings are recorded automatically. Typically, the recordings are studied only if there's an anomaly. Recorded automatically? Yes, into our Hall of Memories. That sounds fancy.
Which is not a stop on your tour.
I came. From out of nowhere, Kane popped in and regarded Valafar with a stern countenance.
Must each one of you interrupt me?
Evidently. In return, he greeted Kame with a withering sigh. Pardon my rudeness, but yes, I believe that is a lesson for another time. Aw, now I'm more curious. He chuckled, his eyes crinkling with his laugh. Hold on to that curiosity. I assure you, you will be going somewhere much better in a bit. Far more magical. Ah, the gate? But I always hate staring at my rent payment. Why do I have a pest charge? There's no pest. The fuck? Rude. I have 2 sewer charges. What the actual fuck? Aim. Anyways. Precisely. How about we take her to the human world? She should see what it is like in the present day. Goodness, do you mean right now? Why not?
Oh, are you going to the human world? I shall come along.
Yay! See you here! Music change? I was not informed that this would be part of the tour. He's rubbing his temple now, much like a school teacher who had lost control of his students. But it'll be fun anyway, right? I can't wait to see how much the human world has changed. Perhaps I could stand I could wait longer. I'm still not used to the sensation of riding. What was it called? Huh, an elevator. My stomach churned as we descended for ages. What if I can't handle it? Are you excited to go into the human world? Perhaps he could sense I was rattled and spoke in soothing tones. Sayir, do you not have any work to attend to? No angelic business of any sort? You must not have a lot of work to come along with us. Arias has seen us all go into the elevator in the hallway. Tagged along without being asked.
I wonder. Perhaps this is part of my business.
Suck it, Arias. And you're joining us too.
Because, like it or not, you're my business too.
Arias rolled his eyes, but said nothing else after that. There's only one thing on this floor. This gate here. Ooh. It was a short walk from the elevator. While the rest of the building was styled differently, age showed in this hallway. How come this place is rather dilapidated? Strange, is it not? Within the city of stasis, our weather changes and we have day and night cycles. Yet it is all artificial. I suppose it is to give a semblance of routine. Change? So consider this hallway to be the sole representation of change. While time does not pass here, centuries have passed beyond this door. The 6 of us gathered in front of the gate. Centuries have passed. Yes. However, we can access any point of time in the past. We do so regularly. Why is that? There are more humans than Reapers. Therefore, there are many more dead souls than Reapers. Meaning, you're understaffed? Precisely. Different Reapers are assigned to different points of time and geographic locations. We are mostly caught up, but there are stragglers. Occasionally there is some trouble that occurs that are outside the records of history and we must correct. Like me? Would it not be better to go in order to collect souls? You would think so, but the powers above say otherwise. We would be centuries behind in our own development, unfortunately. Humans have their follies, but what benefits them also benefits us. We can study patterns in technology, society, and all else, and apply it to our city of stasis. We learn where we must revise and interfere in history, and how to do so. That falls to fixers, like Zafan and Sair. That was a lot of information, and I had a lot of questions. Are their souls not waiting for a long time? Yes and no. The second we go to retrieve them, it is right after their death. Even if they have waited until now, a retrieval changes the time they've actually waited for eventually.
I see. It seems lonely, waiting for centuries.
Yeah. But then, I suppose they haven't waited in the end. Exactly. The problem is that sometimes before we get to them, they can become troublesome spirits. If wayward, they cause mayhem, or worse, turn evil. A broken system. And we have our naysayers, of course. Aries hung to the back, and Zafan and Zaire each held my hand as Kane approached the gate. Just to show you this part in practice. Remember 2 things. Do not harm any of the humans. Do not interfere in their affairs. I nodded like a good student. Forgive me for taking over, Valafar. It was quite alright. It was not as though I had prepared for this part of the lesson in advance. While he smiled, his tone indicated that he was quite put out. Anyway. He held up a pocket watch with a blue cover. View City, the Roseview Shopping Center. Present day. The door opened, and the entryway glowed white. Follow me. Yes, sir. I was speaking to Lily. Rude. Without sparing a second glance, Kame stepped forward. Why am I imagining the ending of an anime? Like, this is the end of the pilot episode as they all step into the blinding white light and it fades to credits. Would you like to go next? Looked up at the doorway that swallowed Kame. Although it wasn't entirely different from the doors I passed through in my dream, there's a nervous pit inside of my stomach. It's nothing to be afraid of. Here, I'll show you. Surprisingly, Uriah spoke up, and in a moment he was gone as well. Aw, see? He does care. He would have your hide if he heard that. Shall I take my leave next? Let's all go together. The men nodded at me, with my hands still clasped between theirs. We walked forward. A cold breeze tickled my face and my clothes rustled. I feared the sensation would be unpleasant, but it was no different than stepping outside. Here we are! My escorts let go of my hand and gestured towards the sky. What do you think? This place was not unlike stasis. Strange buildings were all around, although they seemed more plain than the ones I've seen back home. Not that I had been in the non-human world for long. In fact, it was strange to think of myself as different from the humans. It is unfamiliar. And I do believe it is time to familiarize yourself. Shopping? Oh, it's a shopping episode? How about we get some bubble tea? Of course he likes boba. I can sense your true motives in coming along. They continued to rattle off suggestions as we went around. The people around us were nothing like the ones I've lived amongst. The clothes were off far less substance, also far more colorful. Everything was so cool. It was a little overwhelming. There's so many shots of things I've never seen before, and scents from all directions. As the others continued ahead, I found myself hanging back to take in the scenery. Hey miss, you like adventure? Huh? Oh no! Have I the offer for you? It won't take too long and you'll get a free trip out of it. He held out a leaflet of paper with some pictures on it. Oh, it did look pretty. Well, I suppose that's nice? Isn't it? Come this way. And just like that, I've been kidnapped. Yay, human world. So you see, Lily, I think you would quite like these bubble waffles. Lily?
Hey, where did she go?
About that.
What do you mean, where did she go?
Chapter 2? How long have I been streaming for? I've been streaming for 9 hours. Well, damn. Oh, do I keep going or do I cut off at chapter 2? Can I check the entirety of my chat? And my Mac is also dying, so I may have to pick. I figure out where I started, but my computer's being slow. Okay, I started right around 7:45. Oh, it's only been about an hour. It's fine. I thought you had an eye on her. How could you lose her? I thought she was with you.
Why would she be with me? God, you're so irresponsible.
Shit, I can't wait for this whole entire thing to be voiced. The bickering escalating in volume began to draw attention towards the group.
You two, settle down.
Just use the GPS on her phone.
You activated it, right, Zafon?
Zafon? Of course! What do you take me... Joking. What do you take me for? Despite his confident words, he was sweating bullets as he checked the software on his phone. Ah, shit. What do you mean, aw, shit? Zayfan? You didn't. Zayfan felt himself having palpitations that were strong enough to knock out any human.
Now, Aries, thou shalt not commit violence against thy fellow man.
Except in, very select circumstances. You shut it, Angel. Huh. Wait, you just call her. Hold your horses. Hurry. Before he bursts a vessel. Zayfan regarded the others with an indignant stare. Though all their faces held a tinge of worry. I hope she picks up. Also, she has a phone board, doesn't she? You can find her regardless, Aureus. Do not fret so. Shh! She picked up! They all cuddled in closer. It was a peculiar sight. 5 handsome men all huddled together in the middle of the street over one phone. A few passerbys wondered if there was some sort of host club nearby. But their demeanor suggested that they wouldn't be taking any customers. Hello? Oh good, she didn't throw it this time. This isn't my first time using it. Excuse me, miss. Who are you talking to? Where are you? Is that your husband? Husbands? Perfect. Tell him we have a deal for him too. I'll give you the address and you can come join our little party. They all stared intensely at his phone. Zayfan's phone pinged a few moments later. Check it!
I am. God, your bannies are in such a twist. I don't...
Uh-huh. Not the time, Zayfan. Zayfan growled under his breath, then input the address into an app. Oh, thank God. Okay, she's in some weird little build. Aries grabbed Zayfan's phone without waiting for him to finish and started to run. Damn, dude! What the fuck? Bro! Hello? Zayfan protested. The other men had already zoomed right behind Aureus. You better give that back, you little... And Zayfan, too, joined the pursuit. Can I go now? I've been led into this rather dodgy-looking place. The people did not seem like they wanted to harm me, but they were annoyingly persistent. You won't be able to get your free cruise if you leave. I think I'm good. I had no idea what they were talking about. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. You'll really be helping us out, miss. I got a sick daughter at home, and she'll be able to eat for a week. I do like to help people, I guess. And we want to help you too. So you see, we're offering 2-bedroom condos, and... I raised my hand. Sorry to interrupt, but I have a question. Certainly, miss. Where's the cruise? What's the condo? You're pulling our leg, ain't ya? His countenance slid from cheerful to displeased rather quickly. No? I was being genuine. What was so wrong? If you've just been wasting our time... Why would you watch our presentation about... Oh my god, timeshares. If you weren't willing to buy.
I can't buy anything if I don't have any money. You promised a free trip. I think you're the one that's wasting my time.
This is fair, that's false advertising. The group sitting around him stood up and approached me. They loomed in closer and I swallowed. I was in danger. It's okay, I can take them on. Felix taught me how to take on groups like these ones easy. However, I just realized that I had not been given any weapon yet. Damn it. Wait, I could just run! We're gonna make a break for it. A loud thud interrupted my plans of escape. Hey, how's it going, guys? Get your hands off our girl! Sir, okay, possessive. Well, in fact, there were no hands on me, but it did not matter. Aries had landed an impressive kick on the man before me. Aries. Ooh, hey, what's the big idea? Shame on you, preying on naive women for your scams. I thought we weren't supposed to harm humans. This is an exception. Kidnapping's a very serious crime, after all. That said, how could you let yourself get kidnapped? Oh, they asked if I wanted adventure and offered a free trip. And you said yes? How did you fall behind so easily? Sorry. Did you forget about us? What do you take us for? Shut up. Kick the man back down. Let's get out of here and then continue this conversation. This is totally an anime in the making. Bastards. Don't think you can get away with this so easily. Try it and I'll kill you. At the very least, get the authorities to put an end to your little operation. This is perfectly legal.
I know how to get a harassment charge on you.
Thank you.
Very easily.
Oh, say more. Broke bastards. Ham rolled his eyes and flashed something at the man. It was some sort of black rectangle, but it caused the gang to become flustered. How strange. He has a black card. The entire path outside, Aries had dragged me along by the wrist, albeit with a gentle hold. What were you thinking, following strangers? This is not what... He stopped himself abruptly and drew my curiosity. I tilted my head, prompting him to finish his sentence. What? Not what a sensible person does. It was hard to shake them off. They were so insistent. And you said not to harm. Alright, let's clarify some things. If anyone bothers you, shake them off. Stick to us for now, though. You'll be doing jobs on your own one day, however. You're still a fish out of water. Now, Aries, calm down. Let's enjoy some crepes in return. You're thinking of food at a time like this? I think this is the perfect time. She's unharmed, is she not?
You are, right? Otherwise I will return to bestow punishment.
Yes! I'm fine. Although I am somewhat confused. I still have no idea what was happening. Zayfan will brief you on the details while we go to a particularly delicious crepe.
So I see. Your true motive for this outing.
Food! I think I like Zaire and Kame both. Like, I think those are my two favorites. Zayfan explained the concepts of these timeshares and what they entailed. I don't understand quite clearly. They told me not to get deceived like that again. In my defense, I had found myself caught up in the moment. After all, this was a whole new world to me. What flavor are you gonna get, Lily? Oh, there's so many options. I think you'd like this one. He pointed to a picture of a crepe that had strawberries and chocolate. Personally, I prefer cookies and cream. What childish tastes. What will you be having, Aries? Chocolate hazelnut. We each put in our orders and waited one by one to receive our selections. Would you like to try some of mine? And you can try mine too. It's matcha flavored. I took a nibble of Sayir's crepe. It wasn't too sweet. What's matcha? It's made of green tea leaves. They make tea flavored things now? Amazing. Here, try some of mine too. We're unintentionally flirting with them too. We're not even aware. Sayir flushed and took a small bite from mine in return. Delicious. Oh, he's so cute when he blushes. Aw, no fair. I want to share too. Aries scoffed as Zayfan and I exchanged flavors. You're just jealous, Aries. I doubt it. He seems to not like me very much. Oh! I voiced that out loud. That isn't true at all. He was the most worried about you.
He almost tore off Zafon's hand.
And broke my phone. He just doesn't show it to you. I will kill all of you if you don't shut up. And who said I don't like you, Lily?
I'm just not simpering over you like those other thirsty bastards.
He's saying he's not a simp. Oh my god. Now that is uncalled for. We're simply being polite and caring. You was the one that got on our asses over how her place should look. It should be comfortable. What are you idiots thinking? Aries scruffed him. Shut it or the crepe gets it. Fine, meanie. Oh my god, the absolute tsundere that he is. Zayfan pointed and retreated to a safe location to finish his snack. After getting crepes, we went shopping. Kane pulled out that card from before often. I finally asked what it was and how we were able to get so many things with it. That, my dear, is called a credit card. You use it to purchase things. It is like magic. Wow. Can we use magic to purchase things? Sorcery. Not magic, nor the power of good investment. And supernatural powers. Sorcery! Indeed it is. Typically we rely on Kame to make financial purchases in the modern world, due to how his little magic works. Of course, though, cash is timeless. If you know the inflation rate and the dates on your notes. Let's give a shopkeeper in the early 1900s a heart attack, oh my god. I forgot how far a single note went back then. Can currency change so much? Inflation is its own beast, Lily. But economics is no fun to talk about, so let's get some boba, Lilia's favorite human invention. Be sure to buy her a cup too, or she'll pout all week. Hi, Neko! How you doing, hon? I had no idea what this boba thing was, but the guys decided it was easier to show than tell. Are these little balls? Are they safe to eat? Why do they float around? I was looking around the other patrons of the shop, who each had their own cup of similar looking drinks. Yes, they're totally edible, and just as nice as the tea. I've never had tea that looks like this either. There's a colorful menu before me, with delightful pictures painted with all sorts of colors. I'm doing good, so eepy right now. Oof, I feel you. I've been up since 7 the past 2 days, and I didn't actually go to sleep until like 1 o'clock last night. My stupid apartment won't let me sleep in. Sorry, I'm just picking up the last few kernels of my popcorn. I've never seen such picturesque food illustrations before back in my lifetime. How the world has changed. Which one should I get? I think milk tea is always a safe option. My personal favorite is oolong. I like matcha. Kame enjoys brown sugar. He has the biggest sweet tooth amongst us. No, he doesn't look like he does. Right? More like the type of guy who would take his coffee black. I believe you fit that stereotype more. I took a sip and sighed happily as the guys bantered with each other. OMG Lily, oof, I'm so sorry. Popcorn, I still need to eat dinner. Yeah, once I finish this demo. Okay, I appreciate Bean with the wings, but I think I'm gonna actually put them away because I can't see the tech chat box. Oop, that was the horns. Actually, I'll take them both off for now. There we go. Yeah, I plan on... Oh god, I don't know if I want to reheat dinner, or if I actually want to put in the effort to make pizza. I'll have the time, I guess, technically, but... Oh, you've been streaming for going on 9.5 hours. Takes a lot out of you. It was a strange day, but one I had survived. And though I'd met them only the day before, I couldn't help but feel like I'd known them for much longer. With our cups of boba in hand, we were set to go back home. I was happily sipping a cup of milk tea when Kame brought his watch back out. Alright, so there is a button here under navigation that allows you to return home. All you need to do is press it, and we'll return to the hallway like before. What happens if I lose it? I would come find you. said this very proudly. Valafar regarded the two of us with an exasperated glance. Please do not lose it. There are some functions, however, to help you not do that. If you're too far from your device or it is broken, a distress signal will be sent out. Someone will find you then, as you're our responsibility. It'll likely be one of us. Try not to rely on that, though. Losing one of these can be dangerous. How so? You'll learn in time. I sighed. And another thing I'll find out later, I suppose. Whatever you decided, it will be tasty. I'm sure it will be. I do need to make pizza, though. I have, like, all the fixings for it, and I just haven't used it yet. It was something that occurred to me upon our return back to stasis and away from the realm of humans. Realm of humans. I don't count amongst them anymore, do I? It was hard to accept that I was something other than a human now. It was my job to manage them now, which I still had yet to do. We didn't actually get any work done. Well, this excursion was more to test whether you would collapse from culture shock. You came close to the billboard, though. Oh, and the electronics store. Aries was grinning as he continued listing places that took me by surprise. His smile widened when I pouted at him. I can't help it. Even Sayir thought a giant tiger was going to leap at us from the board. It was so realistic. It is true. You cannot falter for that one. I saw you flinch as well. It was cute how you thought there were little people trapped inside boxes. But at least you did not think it was sorcery and start swinging at it. Even my car can only handle so much. Criminal charges are a bit out of my domain. You'd leave Lily in jail? I'd break her out. As would I. But a wanted poster would make things difficult, would it not? I'm sure we could get Sayir to take care of that. Angel magic does have its uses.
Indeed it does. Although while I would cover for you, I advise you not to engage in criminal activities, Aina. At least not
too often. I will do my best. Back at the office, Lilia was waiting eagerly for her dessert.
Oh, you got me rose milk? Thanks!
Oh, she is voiced! Lilia gratefully took the cup of tea from me and went back to work on the square box-like thing in front of her. Geez, might as well inject that stuff directly into your veins. Oh, boba sounds nice now, but I think the boba shop downstairs is closed. Plus, that would require changing out of my pajamas. Not give her any ideas she could actually act on. Lilia slipped with indignation. I made no rebuttal. Left her behind and went towards the parking garage. Want to go with Valafar? He got sulky about going alone last time.
Pardon me? When have I ever sulked?
Apparently when he went alone. It is subtle, Valafar, but you cannot entirely hide it. I will go with you as well. You can go with Kame and Aries. Eh? I'm stuck with the boring ones. You can walk then. The exercise would do you well. Or I could go with the definitely not boring ones. While Kame and Aries teased Zafan, Sayir and Valafar pulled me away. I did not feel bad about leaving him behind, but... Oh, well, he would be fine. I think. I know, Boba! Wait, did they leave already? Don't you guys leave me too! They'd gone to the parking garage, and Valafar had led us to his car. Have you sat in the front before? It's been 2 days. That would be a no. I shook my head. Sit in the front seat beside me. I think you'll get a different view of the city. He opened the door for me and held my hand to help me inside. What a gentleman. Oh, it looks just like Kane's car. Ouch! I got too excited while looking around and bumped my head. Careful. You did that yesterday as well. Did she? Your poor head won't like it if you continue bumping it. I am aware. I could see Valafar shake his head as he closed the door. In the next instant, he was in his seat, the engine already on. These are all company cars, so they're quite similar. Usually it's Kame or I who drive. The others can, but they are lazy. We all live in the same building. It's simply more efficient that way. So you say... I didn't have to look into the mirror to know Sayir was pouting in his seat. Aww, poor little angel. Gonna get some boba soon now? Oh my god, is the... I doubt it. Oh, they are open! Oh my god, they don't close until 9? Well, I know what I'm doing after stream. One thing did appear strange to me, though. I figured it wouldn't hurt to ask. Hey, Sayir. I wanted to ask you something. What is it, Lily? If you are an angel, how come you live here? I hope that doesn't offend you. You don't need to answer. You may ask whatever you wish, and I shall answer best I can. His eyes softened. He smiled with such tenderness that my heart skipped a
You
beat.
need not tiptoe around me, Aina.
I do wish if we're allowed to choose our names, they wouldn't use the default character name. But oh well. To answer your question, well, I do have my own abode up in heaven, but Stasis has far more entertainment to offer. Since my work aligns closely with that of the Reapers, it's often convenient for me to stay down here. And he does not have friends in heaven. He teased the poor angel, who was rewarded with a kick to the back. How unkind. I do too. Where do you think I get all the liquor from? Hey! Liquor? The liquor that the angels have are much better fare than anything we can source down here, or in the human world. Unfortunate, really. The others use me for their supply of alcohol. I'm quite ill-treated, Lily. You do have your uses. Special liquor? Can I try some? Balafar cleared his throat and glanced at me before making a turn. Well, it can be quite strong, so you should take it slow. I can handle it. Back again, I used to drink well into the night with Felix. Oh, watch us drink all of them under the table. It would usually end with myself passed out in either his bed or mine. Ayo. He would be draped over me or flat on the ground. Very well. We usually drink at Kame's place, or sometimes on the rooftop. The whole building is ours. We have a robot. Oh, fuck yes. No matter which one I end up with, I'm like set for life. Oh, can I visit the rooftop today? Another time. I've had quite a day. Might be better to wind down at Kame's place. All of us are quite worried when you had gotten kidnapped. I wasn't kidnapped. Aries was surely about to murder Zayfan for not activating the GPS on your phone. Had we not found you today, there may have been a body on our hands. I wasn't sure what a GPS was, but I felt that I should ask later rather than now. Wonder why. I do as well. Alien's rather rude to you. Aries becomes terribly discomposed when it comes to you. Ah, perhaps he likes her. I did not appreciate the tease in Sayir's glance, but despite his expression, his voice relayed that he was serious. That's a terrible way of showing it, then. If you like someone, you should be nice to them. Well said. After that, our conversation steered towards the various sights the city had to offer. Now that I was more used to what it was like being in a car, I could enjoy the views around me. Balafar and Sayir took turns pointing out different places, and told me which ones they liked and which I might like. The city is so large. It houses many, many people. Reapers, some wandering angels like Sayir here, and humans. As we mentioned, there are some humans who like being here instead of heaven, and those that are working their debts here rather than in purgatory. I see. Do you like living in stasis? Being a Reaper, and as an angel. It isn't bad. Some days is more difficult than others, although that is more due to my profession than my living circumstances. But I prefer to living a human life. Does that mean you have lived as a human before? Yes, long ago. And then he obviously died.
I think you can imagine how I got here.
Yeah, we all did. Balafar was meant to go to heaven and reincarnate. I processed his paperwork and all. That's a little unsettling to hear. Then what happened? Balafar's fingers danced on the steering wheel for a few moments. He bit his lip as he searched for the right words. I did not wish to go back into such a cruel world. Asked what I could do to stay, and here I am. He is perhaps the first Reaper to ever volunteer for the job. And they let you? Well, we are always quite short-staffed, and I'm going to deprive them of an extra set of hands. And I suppose I show my worth through my work. Haven't been reprimanded yet. But I arrived back home before I could prod further. Prompted a natural end to the conversation. Looks like we're here. I can't believe you guys left me with these two. Believe me, it's not like we were dying to be in your company either. Welcome, Lily. I do believe it is your first time visiting one of us. I find myself quite flattered. Aww. It's not like she really decided to do so herself. She's here to drink with us. I'm ready for this special angel liquor. Do be careful. Were you able to hold your alcohol well in your past life? Very well. Aries scoffed. Bitch, I'm about to show you! I can too! Still, let's take it slow.
Don't worry so much. I got this.
Watch and learn! Balafar turned to Kame for support. I gave them both the best pleading expression I could manage. It's not like it can hurt you, although you will be very dizzy if you go overboard. I've heard it is similar to what hangovers are like for humans. For an angel like Sair, you simply get sleepy and elated. Sair nodded happily, while Kame poured out drinks for everyone. They came in different colors and hues. Both Kame and I had drinks with softer colors. His was in purple and mine was colored pink. I had a little umbrella in mine. It was quite cute. Oh, I didn't know you had those umbrellas. How come I didn't ever get any, Mr. Bartender? Because he doesn't like you? In the same way that he likes me? I didn't buy these for you. I bought these for Lily. See? Special treatment. Suck it. Aw, man. That's very sweet of you, Kame. I'll cherish this tiny umbrella. As they found recovered from the slight, I settled down into the plush couch. This is nice. I've never had drinks with so many people before. Usually I would end the day with my family, or Felix. He was the only drinking partner I ever had. Hearing the others' conversation was relaxing, and a smile crept onto my lips as I listened. So how'd you like your trip to the modern-day human world? Zayfan directed the conversation to me suddenly. I wasn't sure what to say. I took a sip of my drink before answering. It was sweet and took the edge off of the alcoholic taste. It's overwhelming. I think it has so many things to offer. I'd like to see them all. So much has changed, but I do wonder if society has. What was it like in your time? Zayfan? A typically serene Zaire murmured a warning to the redhead, but I didn't mind his question. Well, where I came from, the nobility ruled all. Not a happy story. I laughed awkwardly and focused on sipping my drink. I didn't want to bring the mood down, so it seemed to be wiser to stay quiet.
If you wish to speak about it, do not hesitate.
Oh, thank you, Pookie.
You are one of us now. Our ears are open to whatever your heart has to say.
Aww. And we wish to know about you. Zayfan sat down next to me and put his hand on my shoulder in a gesture of support. If you do not wish to speak, then do not feel pressured to. I nodded and looked at each of them in turn. You're all so kind to me. Sure, they know the subject matter will be heavy to hear, but even so. I took a few more sips to loosen my nerves. Oblige oblige? Yeah, right. They did just as they pleased and everyone bent to their will. My words held a bitter taste in my mouth, but I did not stop. When someone didn't, they disappear mysteriously, but not before their reputations were tarnished beyond repair. So no one would care when they die. Simply vanished. But not that way, isn't it? No one complains that the trash has been removed, right? It was a dark sentence. I could feel the discomfort in the atmosphere. At last, Balafar broke the silence. It is appalling. It is. Anyways, let us get back to drinking. I busied myself in my glass. The conversation around me had yet to resume. I appreciated the opportunity and the company, truly, but I wanted to wither under the concerned stares directed at me. You should finish your thoughts, Lily. Do not let it fester in your heart. No matter how many years may have passed, Wounds in my heart had yet to heal. Even if the passage of time had allowed me to cope with them, to me they were still fresh. I was one such thorn in their society. My best friend was someone who was well desired, very distinguished. This day, I wonder why he kept me in his company. That man who went on to destroy the world? Yes, that one. I could understand what his tone meant to convey, but I ignored him regardless. Yes. We should have been married by then, or someone of an equal stature. I was wasting his time instead of someone who was worthwhile, and who would have been his wife. I was always at his side, as his friend. It was no wonder that no one could grow close to him when I demanded so much of his time. You were not lovers? He abandoned his drink and leaned forward, a strange glint in his eyes. Perhaps it was the shine of his spectacles. They're like, oh, okay, so we have no competition? No, our relationship was nothing of that sort. And yet, he tore up the entire country to avenge you. Did you turn him down?
He never indicated that kind of interest in me.
The men all glanced at each other, and then back at me. Girl! They don't have to say it for it to still be true.
It is too late now to do anything about it, of course. But perhaps you never noticed his affections.
Not that it would change the outcome in any way. I could perhaps see someone taking drastic measures for a friend, but in an attempt to destroy the world, perhaps he loved you. He attempted to hide his smirk behind his glass, but he wasn't fooling me. Luckily, Aries saved me, with a certain amount of sensitivity I did not ever expect of him.
Does it matter now? She clearly never noticed. You are such terrible gossips.
Thank you. Forgive me for prying. Life gets monotonous after a few hundred years. As they bickered amongst one another, I found my thoughts getting more muddled by the minute. My God, what if he did love me? Everything would make sense. The casual caresses against my head, the way he twirled my hair. Oh my God, he did. Oh boy. How he fussed over me constantly and never left my side. I was always me on his arm at every gathering. Goodness, I was an idiot. All the things that he's done for me. It's like, holy shit! Such as? He was waiting for me to answer, as did the rest of the men. It's just, I suppose it's those gestures that could have been considered romantic. Even more than that, the way others perceived us. I sank my head into my hands. It was all my fault. I was stepping into a world that was beyond my reach. Romantic or otherwise, I should have stayed away. Didn't know my place. I was greedy and my entire family paid the ultimate price for it. That's bullshit! Okay, Oria's getting angry. Ooh, oh god, my Mac battery's at 10%. Shit. He slammed his hands down hard on the table and his drink spilled over. Arias? Wait, does he have a silver eye? I think Kame has one silver and one yellow. Gold. Kame coughed to cover up his surprise and elegantly dabbed the corner of his mouth with a handkerchief. Arias did not relent. You were not good enough to be with your friend? Do you really buy that? And that was the reason that whatever happened to you happened? I knew you were an idiot, but to this extent? Hey! Arias! Surprisingly, it was Valafar who had rebuked him, while Sayer stepped in between the two. I understand your feelings. There's a kinder way to express them. You really need to be more tactful. Sorry. He looked appropriately abashed for once. Surprised at his outburst. At least it stems from good intentions, right? It's okay. I didn't think you'd feel so strongly. I do not like you. People thinking they are lower than anyone else. That's just stupid. Oh, he already likes us. But I shouldn't have insulted you like that. I apologize. Looked down at his feet, then at the mess in front of him. Better hope that does not stain, or else you'll be owing me much more than an apology, too. The grin on Kame's face forced me to recoil. I wasn't even the one in danger. Aries, how come you are never sorry for all the things you call me? Is it because Lily is a girl? Wow. Aries! Ouch! Belvoir had gone over and smacked them each on their heads. You two, get something to clean with before Kame's table is destroyed. Continuing to tease him, I fear something worse may happen. He added this under his breath and shook his head as the two troublemakers marched away to do as told. I went back to Kame, glass in hand, in hopes of another drink. My umbrella lay sadly limp at the bottom. I wished for it to rise again. May I have a refill, Kame? Did you enjoy it? Yes, it was good. I'm very happy to hear so. Are you still feeling steady? Quite so. Then I'll oblige your request, miss. He smiled at my confidence and topped my drink up again. My little umbrella was floating once more. Desire for another drink is partially because I wanted to forget the memories that suddenly resurfaced. I did feel a tinge through my body. I want to relax and not think about my past more strongly. Well, I am pleased you're enjoying my concoctions. Belvoir will have my hide if you get too drunk. I'll protect you from him. I shall hold you to that. While he was concerned with my alcohol intake, I decided to study his drink habits instead. I noticed that his sips were slower and more sparse. Kame, do you never become inebriated? That is a good question. I drink more heavily when I am alone. Okay, I am gonna go plug my Mac in. So unfortunately I will lose access to that for a little bit. But I'll unplug it in a couple minutes. Sorry, y'all, but until I get a second monitor, I'm afraid that's the best I can do. And before I can get a second monitor, I need to get an actual desk. So much that needs to be done. And why is that? Because I'm afraid of what I would admit when my tongue is loosened. You also have things that pain you? Don't we all? That's very human-like of you. Kane paused for a short while and stirred his drink in contemplation. Is it really?
To be human is to suffer, right?
Now that is quite a dark take. Is suffering simply not a part of life, no matter the kind of being?
This is true. Life is suffering. And what makes a Reaper different from a human?
The way you all approach things, human emotions are much different.
The pair returned with a few cleaning supplies, and time to join our discussion. But if you also ache, laugh, and desire, then where lies the difference between humans and yourselves? The extent? The things humans do for their desires is something unthinkable for us. Is there nothing you would do anything for? They all went quiet after that. Have I just given some food for thought? Or am I really good at killing conversations? Well, with that in mind, I believe it is time to call it a night. Look at you, Lily. You're unsteady on your feet. No, I'm not. I insisted, but my legs betrayed me once I tried to stand up for another refill. I am pleased to see you have enjoyed yourself. Thayer beamed brightly, his cheeks a happy flush. Aww. It is actually worth the work it takes to get alcohol all the way down here. You're the best, Thayer. Alright, before Thayer melts, how about we all head back? Aries was meticulously cleaning Kame's table still, and the man's eagle-eyed glare. After you polish the table. Again. Are you done with the glasses, Zayfan? Yes, my liege. The men were flitting about and cleaning everything. It was amazing. I never seen such helpful guests before. Miss Kame is kind enough to host us and make our drinks. We'd like to repay him by leaving the place as it was. Oh! Oh no, I haven't helped! It is your first time here. Do not worry. He patted me on the arm with a smile. You can help me dry the dishes next time, Lily. You are my guest. These others are all intruders. I shall remember this the next time you need someone to finish your paperwork. Except Valafar. The older man rolled his eyes and tossed a rag at Kame. In the end, Valafar and Thayer helped me back to my apartment. After making sure I was tucked safely into bed, they took their leave. And so ended another day in my new life. Okay, today we do things my way. Because the next morning, we were back at the office. Kame insisted that Aries handle my training today. Despite trying to wriggle out of it, Aries had no choice but to make up the mantle of my teacher. Take up the mantle. I too argued against having such an unwilling instructor, but both of us lost to the bespectacled man. How unfair. Okay, actually, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick and get myself some more water. I could do with a refill. My mouth is a little dry. So be right back in a couple minutes. Okay, I'm back. I'm eating string cheese. Don't judge me. Oh. How unfair. Yes, sir. My head hurts. I thought Reapers were immune to this type of thing. You got a hangover? Already? What in the world did angels put in their liquor? We'll spend a couple hours in training, then you can go have lunch with the others. After lunch, you'll go to hell. Excuse me? I thought you didn't have to go there. Is it because I went with those timeshare people? I won't do it again, I promise. He pinched the bridge of his nose and huffed angrily. Would you stop and listen? You aren't being sent to hell. Well, we deliver people to the gates. Or, well, the reception area. Do we get to go to heaven too? I imagine it would be far prettier than hell. No, they don't like it when our kind hang around for too long. You're sounding a little invasive. I couldn't help but think that he was hiding something. I suppose they don't like us hanging around hell either. At least they're more direct about not liking us. In heaven, there's a persistent sentiment of holier than thou. It's annoying. I see. I suppose being in the afterlife doesn't change human behavior. Aren't angels supposed to be free of ill intent, though? That's what makes it worse. They genuinely believe they are better than us. I sighed. I've dealt with enough snobbery while I was alive. Say yours isn't like that, at least. That's why we let him hang around us. Enough talk. Let's get you your weapon and start teaching you how to use it. But before that... He walked over to the vending machine and got me one of those cold coffees. This will help. However, I didn't warn you about drinking too much. I didn't drink too much. But still, I took the opportunity to let myself smile and he looked away. Whatever positivity I had felt towards him earlier was squashed by anxiety. This room was so empty. Did he bring me here to kill me? I walked around in circles, and the taps of my footsteps echoed. Aries had told me to wait here until he returned my weapon. It was boring. Where is he? I started to walk in circles, one foot in front of the other just as he walked in. Wonder how training would go. Would I be fighting Aries? I gripped the hilt of an imaginary sword and swung my invisible weapon before me.
Take that! And that! Not so cocky now, are you?
Oh, no.
I see you've been keeping yourself busy.
Hi. I could not look him in the eye. I was just taking a look around the place. Yes. The white expanse of nothing, that is. He narrowed his eyes with disbelief, but for once had the courtesy not to offer a rebuttal. Oh god, we got the fight music. Right. Anyway, this is yours. This is... a stick. Slash the air. Away from me, if you'd be so kind. I looked at him skeptically, but who was I to refuse? Although I was tempted to wield my weapons towards him, I behaved and drew the stick through the air. And out came a chain sign! Hell yeah, baby! I got a little too excited and the blade almost circled back towards me. With a flex of Arias' fingers, the blade stilled and dropped downwards.
Perhaps do not maim yourself?
No promises. You gave me no warning! I don't think you would be thrashing it around like a wild animal. Pardon me for attempting to have a little faith in you. Why, you little... You told me to slash it! So I did. Anyway, best to put it into practical use. You said you were skilled in combat, correct? Little. Cool. This room could turn into any amount of environments. Let us see what we can work with. He walked over to some sort of panel. I heard some beeps from where he was pressing into it. Faster than a blink, we were in what looked like a city, much like the one I'd been to earlier. Oop, wrong button. Okay, your job is to strike down targets. They'll have a red aura to them. Their aura? I'll be able to see it? Yes. Your full powers will take time to realize themselves, but sight is something that comes to you automatically. Sight. Wherever you are, you'll be able to see supernatural beings. Those with red auras are wandering spirits. This is the test simulation, so it has been artificially reproduced. How strong the auras will actually be will... Rebooting, buffering, oh my god. How strong the auras will actually be to you in the real world will depend on your own innate ability. Lovely. I couldn't help but eck out a dry reply, considering I had absolutely no idea how my innate ability could even be. What if there was nothing new there? What if there was nothing there at all? Oh my god. With that, the first target came into view. So I just swing like this? It was difficult to gauge my strength. I was able to slice the apparition in two. The blade swung back towards my feet once more. Eek! Aries sighed and stayed my scythe once more. You want me to take it back from you? Not my fault. I spoke through gritted teeth and struck another target that swooped down on me. I haven't had the chance to practice. I believe that trial by combat is the best practice. I think you need to change your beliefs. I ducked down mid-sentence to whack yet another apparition. If I wasn't so absolutely irritated at him, I'd be terrified at the prospect of actually having to do this one day. Ha! Funny to hear from you. Look, just copy me. Took out his own scythe, leapt into the air, and took out 3 apparitions at once. Show off.
I'm just teaching you. Learn faster, pupil.
Uh-huh. Despite his tone, I knew what he was saying was true. I tried to learn as fast as I could. Eventually, I started to get the hang of when to draw my blade back, how much force to expel, and how to wield it. I'm a pro. Of course, I was still a beginner, but Aries had to intervene a little less often. You're surviving. Not the same thing. Your instincts are good, but you need better control of your weapon. I'm used to swords, not this chain thing. Can I have a sword? No. This is built with special properties. We do not use swords. Damn. Do not hurt the ones with the blue aura. But it was too late. Congratulations! You just destroyed the soul of an innocent child. What? But I didn't mean it! Jesus. You didn't warn me in advance. I was disheartened. This is not what a pro would do. Well, I mean, in fairness, we're not a pro. We're a beginner. Aries seemingly took pity on me and pressed a few buttons on the panel, which returned the room back to normal. You did well enough for today. I'll let you off the hook for afternoon training just this once. I appreciate your benevolence. I should hope you can make it to at least 3rd place one day. Oh, you think I can't take first? I would love to see you try. Well, I hope to persuade Aries about my potential to defeat him during lunch. He took his leave the second he had seen me back at the office. Ah, Lily. How has training been going? I killed a child. Well, that happens. Has it happened to you? I'm gonna say no. Probably. Well, that's not a no. He turned away, shoulders shaking from obvious laughter. Go ahead, laugh. My apologies. He recovered rather elegantly and patted my shoulder with sympathy. You aren't preoccupied. Shall we have lunch together? Yes, please. Somewhere tasty, please. Kame chuckled, and I noted that his laughter was a lovely velvet rumble. I hope to not disappoint, madame. Went to the cafeteria downstairs, which, to me, was no different from an elegant restaurant. Kame ordered a couple of sandwiches for us, and we took our seats somewhere less busy. I had yet to get used to the stares everyone passing by gave me, but Kame kindly blocked my view of others when he could. Is Aries going too rough on you? I let out a long exhale, and Kame chuckled. No. He laughed harder. I mean it! Although I wish you'd give me more instructions. It's been like a trial by fire. I see. He is a fan of the tough love method. Oh, I see he is a tough... Okay, whatever. Tough love? Where was the love? We can have one of the others take over if you'd like. But that would mean surrendering. That's alright, I can keep up with him. I like to see the spirit. My limbs are still intact, at least. I wasn't expecting this type of weapon. I was thinking I'd get a sword or something more pointy and less swingy. I made a jabbing gesture and poked my finger into his bottle of water. Yes. Chain scythes are specifically crafted for us. You must be careful with it, for it can hurt anyone. Reapers included. Should we be handling something so dangerous? We're the only ones that can. Consider it an occupational hazard. Seeing as you're still in one piece, I think you'll do just fine. There was a beat from his pocket. He took his device out. He took out his device and glanced at me before reading the message on it. He was teasing me again, wasn't he? My sincere apologies. I asked you to lunch, but here I am having to leave early. I will see you later, Lily. Goodbye, Kame. Oh, I was meaning to ask him about hell. My bites turned into smaller nibbles as my appetite waned. Kame's sandwich remained to keep me company, sad and unfinished. Kame had sent Zayfan downstairs to save me from the awkwardness of being alone in a room full of people who were talking about me. He'd see me back at the office, where Aries simply swiftly set us on our way to the next item on his schedule. You could ask how my lunch was. Why? I've had the food here. Perhaps as a form of courtesy? Did you ask me how mine was? He had a point. How was your lunch? I didn't eat. Okay. Thankfully, Seer passed by and brought that awkward conversation to an end. And where exactly are you two going? Hell. Good luck with that. Especially you, Lily. I've never been to hell before. Which is a very good thing in your case. Are we going through that door again? That's right. Look at you. You actually got a brain in there. Rude. So here we just say our location again. And can't control the time we go to, so... Wait! Can you hold my hand? Although it wouldn't be my first time through this, my nerves still fluttered at the thought of traveling across dimensions and time once again. Even worse was the fact that we'd be going down below to hell. I was still afraid that he'd change his mind and leave me there. For the love of... Never mind. He snatched my hand up. If you're gonna ask, then commit to it, alright? Oh, I see your blush. Don't even try, mister. He snapped at me, and he couldn't look me in the eye either. Are you blushing? You want to go to hell alone? No? Then be quiet and don't make fun of the man that's taking you there. He then faced the door as quickly as he could. Hell. I squeezed his hand back tightly, letting it anchor me as we traveled to a realm that would be far less friendlier than all the others we saw together. Although the breeze on my face was warm, his hand was even warmer. Oh, this isn't bad. This is quite pleasant. Oh. No, please, I'll do anything. Please, I can change. Don't take me. In the distance, we saw a man get scuffed by the collar and dragged into the lobby. Oh, what an introduction to hell. Don't tell me you were expecting sunshine and daisies. Well, no, but a few roses could liven up the place. Oh my god, somebody get the hell's bells, please. I had an iron grip on Arias' hand, still, and my nails had dug in when I saw the man doomed to perpetual... well, doom. Alright, so you have to go over here. Usually this is where we process the fresh meat. Fresh meat? The figure that had gone into the lobby came back into view, although bereft of one screaming soul. Kame? You have a stop here today? Ah! Yes, as it were. Why is she here? Gave Arias an accusatory stare, then looked at her joined hands. Arias let go, as if he had been burned, and I quickly tucked my own hand behind my back. Well, she has to bring her souls here eventually, doesn't she? You mean this isn't a part of training? And why is Arias subjugating me to this? Subjecting. Well, typically not on the very first day. It is a part of my training. She's right. This really is trial by fire. Almost literally. What? He said almost. You're not going near any fire. We wouldn't let that happen to you. Unless... cleared his throat. I pushed up his glasses and I swore I could see his lenses flashing a warning. Okay. You two can head back without me. I have to talk with Beals about an influx of Miss Beelzebub? Like Beals as in Beelzebub? Hello? 7 deadly sins? A party.
Quite the merry one.
Ooh. Do all Reapers have such dark humor? While I shared a laugh, my stomach churned at the thought of more screaming souls like the last one. You tossed away forever, in agony. I suppose one becomes habituated over time. And I suppose they all deserved it, right? We're not planning on waiting for you, as it were. Arias' ill manners snapped me back to the conversation, and I spoke up in defense of Kame. I would have waited. Kame smiled at me appreciatively. But I am the boss today, so you get no say. What a tyrant. Ugh. In that case, abhorrent manners aside, I will see you two after work. Yes, I can decide my after hours, right? Yes, because I am not actually a tyrant. Doubtful. As Kame was about to make his exit, I realized there was something I was still dying to know. Before you go, Kame, I wanted to ask what happened to that man. He's fallen into the pit. The receptionist will be sorting out his duration and punishment logistics in the meanwhile. Best do not worry too much. I really do hate to be abrupt, but there is some work I need to do. Good day, Lily. How scary. It is indeed, isn't it? To see someone meet their fate right before my eyes is terrifying. Is this what my friend felt seeing me when I had been executed? I shuddered. Bit too much? Yeah. I think that's enough for today, then. Don't have to learn how to do hellish things? Throwing people into pits, doing paperwork? It can wait another day. I might get in trouble for overworking the new recruit. Aw, see, he does care. He rapped on my head, and what I assume would be the closest thing to an affectionate gesture I would receive from him. It did reassure me, though. He was looking out for my well-being. It just happened to be the most asshole way possible. I was used to being spoiled by Felix, with all smiles and adoration. This just was a different way of friendship that I would have to get used to. Or, sorry, I assume. I might just be inventing this one-way friendship in my head. That was neither here nor there right now. I was in the midst of my training and I had to learn the ropes as quickly as I could. So when can we go to heaven? Oh, it might be best if we do not go for the time being. Why not? They do not like you very much, so you're not allowed there. Damn, okay, fine. What did I do to heaven? And the truth comes out. Why? That's not fair. Is it not? You're right. It was entirely fair. I was just upset about it. All things considered, I'd be lucky if I even saw the gates of heaven from a distance someday. You aren't missing much. Come on, around at Kame's is better anyways. You know, you can be nice after all. He glared at me. Don't get too comfortable. I deflated after being rebuked, but stuck close to him all the same. The experience had worn me out more than I expected. He was the only familiar face I had. On our way back, while I didn't need to hold his hand again, he held it out for me without a word. Looks like the others aren't ready yet. I suppose not. Brought my car today since I figured this might happen. I can drive you home. I wonder how much of this Arias accounted for, and what made him still decide to go through with it. I couldn't tell if he was considered it or not. He seemed the type to charge ahead and try to patch up the consequences later. It's hard to keep up with him. You can rest up before we hang at Kame's. Shouldn't I get some work done? No, let's get you home for now. Thank you. You know, you can be... Don't. Ugh, there's just no use trying to be his friend. It was all one-sided after all. Never mind, you're just mean. Good. Get it into your head. You see why he did not drive often. He was like a monster behind the wheel. It was like they released a demon from hell in the form of a rat. Isn't he still technically a demon? And unleashed him onto this realm. Whenever fears had been alleviated, swiftly returned as I dug my fingers deep into the seat. I did not realize that driving could be so loud. It was like he was unleashing whatever frustrations he had onto the road. You're a very rough driver. You want to try doing it yourself? Oh, thank you. As terrible as his driving was, I would rather take my chances with him. Still better to learn, but I will not be your teacher. I should hope not. I think you would be yelling at me more than teaching me. I think I would actually cry. Because you would probably deserve it. A good teacher is patient. I never claimed to be a good teacher. I crossed my arms and decided that pursuing this conversation with him was pointless. I was so irritated that I had forgotten. The scene in hell that I had witnessed. Was he riling me up on purpose to make me forget about it? This is the same man that had thrown me into training simulation with a very pointy weapon and no instructions. He was just a very prickly man, wasn't he? I'd been dropped off as promised. I was now soaking in the tub. Zaire had showed me all the different types of bath products he had purchased for me, and I had fun combining the different scents. Although they were starting to make me sleepy. Just as I was about to drown in my own bathtub, I heard a knock at the door at the same time as I heard my phone ping. You home? Coming! I scrambled to put on some clothes and scampered to the door, as droplets were left behind in my mad dash to greet my guests. It probably would have been better for me to tie back my hair so that it didn't soak my shirt, but I couldn't find anything to do that with. Hello! The guys were all at my door, even Aries, although he was at the back, like usual. They blinked at me, probably taking in my haphazard appearance. Zayfan was softly blushing. What was going through his head? Sir. What are you guys doing here? Orias said he couldn't stop crying, so we decided we would just spend time here with you. Oh, stop crying! Orias! He looked back at me with a smug grin. I wanted nothing more than to smack his little smirk off his face, but given that this was not the best place for it... Oh, was he winding us up now? Oh, no, what? Oh, was he winding us up? Wow. Looks like you do care after all. I smiled back towards Arias with a sweet smile. Maybe teasing him back could be my method of revenge. I stepped aside so all the boys could file in, and my home suddenly became a lot warmer. They're the idiots who dragged me here. Whatever makes you feel better, Arias. No one likes a tsundere, Arias. Good, I'm not the only one who called it. What the fuck is that? So uncultured. I know, right? I brought you hot cocoa. I shall prepare some for all of us to share this evening. We've got some groceries, too. And we're gonna teach you to use your appliances this week. You haven't tried it yourself yet, right? Kane walked into the kitchen, inspecting the surroundings as he tapped his chin. Well, nothing appears to be broken, so... I'm offended that you think me to be so reckless. I throw one watch and you paint me as a crazed, destructive woman. Unbelievable. Hey, I think that just makes you more fun to be around. The rest of these guys are boring sticks in the mud. I find that I'm very interesting. Looked around for affirmation, and all eyes darted away. I think you're interesting, Pookie. I gave him an encouraging nod out of pity, and he brightened up. See? To be fair, the concept of an angel was genuinely interesting to me. These men were too used to this strange world. I'll put on a movie for us. So here, go get some blankets. Lily, you don't mind if we stay in, right? No, not at all. I appreciate the company. Even Arias. I'm flattered. He was dry as ever, yet we all still laughed. It was the start to a very cozy evening after a very long day. For the first time, or as far as I can recall, I felt lucky. Like I had finally found something that could be akin to family. Reapers are unattached. Haim had said that, but it's still dare to hope, right? There's more? Okay. I am gonna have to save it here because I do not have time to do the rest of this, so apologies, folks. Where's the main menu? Oh, quit. Yes, please. Just to double check and make sure. There we go. Perfect. My save is still there. Alrighty, folks. That is gonna be the end for now. I'm enjoying Salvus Aries so far. It's very much giving like the style of an anime show. Not an anime game. I have been online for way too long. It's been 10 fucking hours. Oh my god. Okay. I haven't seen much in terms of mature content yet, but I also know that there's a number of characters who we have not met. One's used in like the promotional materials. I think probably some angels and all that. Yeah, there's genuinely a lot more left to this game that I have not gotten to experience. And, yeah, I'm excited to see what else there is to it. I can't wait to finish the demo, and I can't wait for the game's full release. And if you guys enjoyed it, then please feel free to check it out. Now, as I mentioned at the start, I'm going to mention it again. I will just be splitting these out into, individual videos based on the game. For the YouTube uploads, it's just going to be clean cut. I'm not going to do anything fancy about it. I don't know how to edit, so I'm taking the easy way out. Probably also the lazy way, but you know, I work a 9-to-5 job, and I don't have time when I get home from work to figure it out. I wish I did, but by the time I get home, I'm just exhausted. But yeah, as for my plan for the rest of the week, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, there's only 3 more days left of the festival. I could do more demos for the next couple of days. Probably only 1 on each day, just because most of these are a good couple of hours long. But we'll see. I'm not going to make any commitments, because again, there's a lot of times where I just put off streaming because I get home and I'm too tired and I don't have the energy to do it. So, y'all will just have to wait to find out. But if I do something, I'll try and, post about it during the day, you know, when I'm at work or something like that. But yeah, these were a lot of really fun demos. I can't wait for all of them to come out. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, but in the meantime, I do want to thank you all so much for joining me. I hope y'all have a wonderfully demonic rest of your days and or nights, and of course, love you guys, and I will catch you all later, okay? Yep. Fuck, I've been talking for too long. Bye!